Hello everyone and welcome to the Flickstork YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about Star Trek movies. I now own the entire series all the way from Star Trek the Motion Picture all the way up through the rebooted Kelvin series, Into Darkness, Star Trek Beyond, and then just the just self-titled Star Trek movie. And in between there we've got the box set of Star Trek The Next Generation. So I'm going to kick things off with starting with 1979's Star Trek The Motion Picture. Yeah, 79. I'm not sure why I hesitated on that date, but so 1977, obviously, Star Wars came in movie theaters and was like a phenomenon, and everybody started looking what science fiction properties do we own. So then, of course, they decided to take the Star Trek television series and to make a feature film with the original cast. So I do have the box set. Actually, I put the slipcover back on here for a second. So this is a DVD set. Very cool slipcover. Kind of like that. Here's the back of it. All right, so we're going to take that off, and this has all 6 of the original Star Trek movies. And then, like I said, this starts off with the motion picture. So follow that up with the Wrath of Khan. There's not really, like, the back has some artwork on these, but the fronts are pretty, you really can't see, but they do kind of have like a silhouette of like the characters on there. So that's kind of cool. Follow up for The Search of Spock. That's, I think, Wrath of Khan and Search for Spock are probably my 2 favorite of all of the Star Trek movies of all time. The Voyage Home was really good. The Final Frontier I always liked. And, of course, then that ended with The Undiscovered Country. Even this one, you can see Scotty's mustache. Look at that. Haha, yeah. And then one thing that was really cool that came with this is another disc. It is called The Captain's Summit. So this included both Kirk and Spock, and then Picard and Jonathan Frakes. Or Frakes, I'm sorry. I always mess that up. Number 2. But yeah, so very cool movie collection. And I've had this for quite a while. That when I picked this box, like I picked this box set up, I think brand new when it first hit the shelves. I've had this for a long time. And I don't know that it's worth me upgrading this to, I don't know if it's on 4K for one. It might be on 4K. I do believe I've seen it recently that it is on Blu Ray. I just don't know that it's worth the upgrade, especially considering that I do have a 4K player that upscales DVD into 4K. So it's really not cost effective, especially when I already love the just the appearance of this box set and how it displays on top of like one of my physical media shelves. So let's move on to Star Trek The Next Generation.
Lieutenant Hawk, set a course for Earth.
Aye, sir.
Maximum warp.
Okay, so Star Trek The Next Generation, the motion picture collection box set. So it says, includes 4 motion pictures featuring Captain Picard. There we go. We kind of get that box art to pop there a little bit. Always like those, them like hologram type things. Shows the Enterprise. This is a 5 disc set. This is all 4 films plus a bonus disc. I just got this a couple of days ago. When I picked up Star Trek Beyond was the last movie that I needed, and I'd finally picked that up on Blu-ray, and then I realized that the only thing I didn't have was the 4 Next Generation movies, so that was kind of like the behind me picking this up on eBay. So let's get this out of the slipcover. All right. So this box, whereas the original series was in white, this one was in black. You can see the logos, they kept somewhat the same, other than the differences with the uh, the Enterprise. User guide. Okay, so this started off with the movie Star Trek Generations. I do like this better just because you can see those headshots of the crew a little bit better with the like that silver on the black. But Generations kind of mixed the original series and the Next Generation. Um, I've not watched this movie so long. I really cannot even remember the like why they were like time traveling back to get Kirk. So that'll be a good one to watch just to refresh my memory. Here's the back of it. So really cool seeing Kirk and Picard together. So the second movie would have been. Now I got to remember these aren't in the right order. I believe First Contact. Yeah, First Contact was the next movie, and I do remember this. This is a great movie. Like First Contact kind of goes back to like when the first extraterrestrials landed on Earth, which made everything with the Star Trek franchise possible, which led to space travel and warp drive and everything like that. So the next movie in the line, I believe, yes. So next would have been Insurrection. And I don't remember this doing very good in movie theaters. I think I might have been in high school somewhere around that time when this come out. Did not do very well in the theaters, but and I don't know that I've ever seen that or the last of the Next Generation movies, which is Star Trek Nemesis. Um, yeah, I don't believe that I've seen either one of them. So at least with this, to go through and watch the Next Generation box set, this is going to be really cool because, like I said, I've not really I was always an OG Star Trek guy. The um, the original cast. I can remember watching them as a kid, the old episodes in simulcast or not simulcast, but like being rebroadcasting reruns on TV. And then that leads to this bonus disc, Star Trek Evolutions. And this Evolutions Moments in Star Trek History. So this should be very cool. So this has the evolution of the Enterprise, villains of Star Trek, I love Star Trek movies, farewell to Star Trek, the experience, Klingon encounter, Borg invasion, 40 HD. I don't know how that's going to come across, but and charting the final frontier. So a lot of cool stuff on this disc. That should keep me busy for quite a while trying to watch all the special features and all the films. But yeah, very happy to have finally added this to my Blu Ray collection. So that is going to take us to the reboot or the Kelvin timeline.
Why aren't we at war?
We are, sir.
Kirk Engineering, get us out of here, Scotty.
You bet your ass, Captain!
So released in 2009, Star Trek, not technically a reboot, but it is a reboot. Original cast members, original crew members, I should say, new cast people playing the original crew members. And I just recently upgraded to this Blu-ray, but it was used. Obviously, this did have some sort of a slipcover on it. Unfortunately, I do not have it, but this is very cool because this is a 3-disc set. So there are tons of special features that I still haven't watched yet. I did upgrade this from DVD to Blu-ray within the last week or so. So next up is going to be Star Trek Into Darkness, and I do have the slipcover for this one. This one looks really cool with that slipcover on there. Very cool movie. And this has the DVD and the Blu-ray. And then the last of the Star Trek movies is going to be Star Trek Beyond, the best action movie of the year. I don't know if it was the best action movie of that year or not. For one, I can't remember what year it came out at this point. But anyway, so this is also a DVD Blu-ray combo. Okay, so that's pretty much going to wrap up the Star Trek film series. There is a new movie that aired in January 2025 on the Paramount Network. I do believe it was a movie of one of the shows currently running outside of Picard and the first season of Discovery. Is it Discovery? Yeah, outside of the first season of Discovery, I've not got to see much of them shows just because I don't have Paramount. Really, just haven't had much of a reason other than a couple of shows to go out and get that streaming platform. Maybe at some point it will be worth my while just so I can get caught up on those shows. I do think they are all pretty much out on Blu-ray at this point, so maybe I can pick up some of those and not have to get Paramount, and then I'll physically own the copies of those movies. I do believe that there is going to be a fourth movie of the Kelvin timeline. I think details may have just come out about that within the last week or two. I haven't really done much research yet to see what that movie's going to be about, but that will be exciting if they are going to do a fourth movie before they do any kind of other rebooting. And I'm sure that there'll be something movie related to build around one of the other TV shows on the Paramount Network. But anyways, you guys, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. What is your favorite Star Trek movie of all time, regardless of timeline or movies television series? Or maybe you didn't like the movies, maybe you preferred the television series. Which one of your television series was the favorite? Either way, TV, movie, let me know down in the comments what is your all-time favorite. Please leave me a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, hopefully you will consider subscribing. That's going to wrap things up, and I will see you guys next time.